Well, there he is, our world champion, the GOAT James Blade, walking into the VBW arena, getting ready for his main event match tonight against the architect Christopher Blaze.
And you better believe that he's all business, because tonight, his championship gold is on the line. The VBW Backyard Wrestling Done Right is back once again for another episode of Wednesday Warfare. And this has got to be our biggest show yet, Ranahan. Tell him what's on the tap.
You're not kidding, Peter. Our World Championship title is on the line. The GOAT James Blade takes on Christopher Blaze.
Also tonight, we're going to take a closer look at Mini G, who's been out of action for the past 6 weeks.
And in tag team wrestling tonight, Eric Cage and Daniel Makabe team up to take on Fur and Loathing.
All this and more on what is definitely our biggest Wednesday Warfare yet.
A main event you cannot miss. Could Christopher Blaze become the first ever double champion in the VBW? Let's head to ringside and find out. We are inside the VBW arena for another jam-packed episode of Wednesday Warfare. Hello, everyone. My name is Mike, the man, Ranahan, joined alongside the guy who thinks he's nicer than you.
The Professor Peter Collins. Remember, people, I'm not nicer than you. I'm not better than you. I just know more than you. So open up those ears and shut that mouth. And as we start off Warfare tonight, we are graced by the illustrious presence of our world champion, James Blade.
A huge night tonight for the GOAT James Blade. Quite possibly his biggest challenge yet, Peter.
Absolutely. His opponent tonight is on quite the roll, having just won his second Canadian championship. And of course, I'm talking about the architect, Christopher Blaze.
What's that?
High and mighty right now.
Well, let's start off like this. Once again, the VBW brass is trying to hold the GOAT James Blade down.
Keep up the good work! That's crap!
Going back 10 years ago to now, they've always known there's nothing the VBW brass can do to me to keep me there. The fact of the matter is this: I'm going to be at the top now, I'm going to be at the top tomorrow, and I'm going to be at the top 10 years from now. You know it. Here, and one more thing. So Sasha Sinclair, she's a special woman. She's a special woman. Yeah. A lot of guys do. So now she's got me having to go up against an old friend. Yeah. An old friend that thinks he's good. An old friend that used to be part of the best. And an old friend that just doesn't deserve it, period.
I think he's better.
Doesn't deserve it.
Well, Peter, if you go back and look at episodes from the past, you'll remember that GOAT James Blade and Christopher Blaze were once buddies, part of the faction OTB, only the best.
Absolutely. 10 years ago, these two men ran roughshod over the rest of the VBW, but my, how things have changed.
It's going to be something interesting to see the world champion, the GOAT James Blade, and the Canadian champion, the architect Christopher Blaze, in the same ring together.
My question is, what does this mean for Yardstock?
Christopher Blaze is going to have something to say. I can almost guarantee it.
Yeah, pick it up.
I don't deserve it?
Yeah, right, it does!
I don't deserve it. If there is anybody here that deserves it, it's the architect. This road to the Canadian Championship that I've been on has been no easy task, and I've gone through every single competitor. Listen to me, James Blade. We were friends, but that was a long, long time ago when you were the mentor and I was the student. But the student has come a long way. I am faster than you, I am stronger than you, and I am bigger than you. I'm also a few years younger than you. You are old, dude.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised that you showed up for Wednesday Warfare, considering that the seniors discount at Denny's ends in about 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's good.
All jokes aside, tonight, James Blade, you look in my eyes. Tonight, you are the next project for victory.
Yeah, we'll see that.
What a main event we have tonight. Champion versus champion. The world title on the line. The GOAT James Blade versus Christopher Blaze. A chance to make history.
Once again.
Back inside the VBW Arena, tag team wrestling, our first match of the night. And what a doozy it is, Peter.
Absolutely. We're in store for some amazing action as we await the arrival of these two men, Fur and Loathing, Scott Henson, and Caden Talbane, better known as the King of Wolves.
Caden Talbane made his debut last Wednesday Warfare, and what an impact he made. As Scott Henson and Eric Cage were definitely in a face-to-face in the middle of the ring. And it wasn't until afterwards, when Eric Cage thought he had the upper hand, that this man, Caden Talbane, made his presence felt, attacking Eric Cage from behind.
Absolutely, completely turning the tables on Eric Cage. And I gotta tell you, there is some definite vitriol between Scott Henson and Eric Cage, wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. But I'm more interested tonight to see Caden Talbane and just see if he can put his money where his mouth is, as we're about to see him make his in-ring debut here in the VBW. Fur and Loathing is quite the tag team name.
You know, I say it every time I see this guy, Ranahan, but what the heck is up with that tail? I don't think I've ever seen anybody wrestle with a tail.
I'd have to agree with you. It's almost as weird as resembling a wolf, which is apparently what Caden Talbane does.
Would you say that tail gives him extra balance?
Who knows?
Would that be an unfair advantage?
I think we're going to find out here soon tonight. Caden Talbane and Scott Henson, the most interesting man in the VBW, I'd have to say. They're taking on no easy task themselves.
Quite the unlikely duo, these two, but nothing to sneeze at.
Here we go. There is the undeniable one, Eric Cage.
Who would have ever thought this tag team would be together?
I'd have to agree with him, Peter. The undeniable one and Daniel Makabe teaming up to take on Fur and Loathing in tag team action here tonight on Wednesday Warfare.
People know that already. You don't have to keep saying it, Ranahan. We're in for some hard-hitting action.
I'm just excited. How can you not be?
Hey, I'll do my job. You do
Well, okay, I must admit, I peed myself a little.
God. All four men in the ring.
Who's taking the lead?
Who's going to start the match for Fur and Loathing, and who's going to start the match for Eric Cage and Daniel Makabe?
Just for the record, I was joking about Pete.
I don't want to hear you talk about it anymore.
You got this, boys. You got this.
Daniel Makabe is going to start. Hold on. No, Eric Cage is deciding to start. He wants a piece of Scott Henson right away.
Let's go, guys. Here we go.
Scott Henson doesn't look too happy about it.
It's about time you and I squared off.
The bell rings and Eric Cage has got his wish. Scott Henson and Eric Cage about to lock up and tonight's tag team match. This should be a great one, Peter.
No game of claw to start the match off between Fur and Loathing.
Scott Henson bails out early and tags in his tag team partner, Caden Talbane.
Here we go. Let's see what this guy can do.
Eric Cage and Talbane lock up. Talbane making his in-ring debut like we had said earlier. And it's Eric Cage with the early advantage with the headlock takedown to Caden Talbane.
He's got to squeeze that head, Ranahan, if he wants to have any chance against the King of Wolves here tonight.
No one should want to be in a headlock with Eric Cage with arms of that size.
Well, I think the guy showers about as much as you do, so of course nobody would want to be in a headlock with that.
Scott Henson tagged in, Daniel Makabe tagged in. This should be an interesting duo to square off in the ring.
These two gentlemen have faced each other numerous times, and the action is always fast and hard-hitting, when you say?
We haven't seen him in a VBW ring, though. Daniel Makabe, headlock to Scott Henson, bounced off the ropes, and shoulder tackle. Henson barely moves, but here's Eric Cage. 1, 2, 3 punches. He was tagged in. Eric Cage off the ropes, spinning back elbow to Scott Henson. And hold on a second, Caden Talbane interferes, and Mike Hardknob tries to clear him from the ring.
Senior referee Mike Hardknob, I might add.
And hold on, back body drop by Eric Cage to Caden Talbane, and he felt that one.
There's a little measure of revenge for the undeniable one right there.
And Cage tags back in Daniel Makabe, but Scott Henson quickly, hold on a second, Makabe reverses. Quick punches by Daniel Makabe.
Were those legal, Ranahan?
From one corner to the other, Makabe misses. Henson goes for the offense, but Makabe counters. And Makabe tried to go up to the top rope, and Henson caught him. What's Henson going to do here? He tags in Caden Talbane. Kablamo to Daniel Makabe, and quickly followed up with a huge kick by Caden Talbane. Daniel Makabe's in a world of hurt. 2 count by Mike Hardknob. That was almost it right there, Peter.
Right here at the beginning of the match, Fur and Loathing working together like a well-oiled machine.
Absolutely. You can tell that their experience together has paid off. 2 count by Mike Hardknob. One more time there.
Not even the forearm in the face could help him with that count.
Eric Cage and Daniel Makabe just don't have those tag team maneuvers that Fur and Loathing have. Look at these guys. They work together so seamlessly, Peter.
The one question I got here, Ranahan, is are we going to see Eric Cage pull that tail tonight?
Scott Henson picks up Makabe, and a big scoop slam sending him right back down to the mat. And Scott Henson with a big front flip right onto the chest of Makabe. That's gotta hurt.
There was force behind that one. Here's the count. 2 count, though.
Danny Makabe not done yet. Like his shirt says, he came to wrestle, and that's what Daniel Makabe intends to do. He's just got to find the window to do it. Caden Talbane tagged back in. Scott Henson leaves the ring. Caden Talbane with the snapmare takeover into the chin lock. Daniel Makabe, he has to make that tag to Eric Cage if he wants this match to continue, because he cannot continue to take the offense that these two men are giving him at this point.
Smart strategy by Fur and Loathing here, too, keeping Daniel Makabe grounded on the mat, because as we've seen in the past, Daniel Makabe is quite dangerous when he takes to the air and hits the top ropes.
Hold on a second, Peter. He found a bit of offense, a little flurry. Oh, big drop kick by Daniel Makabe in the corner. And Daniel Makabe off one rope, off another. Oh, huge strike sending Caden Talbane down to the mat. This could be the opportunity he's looking for. Can he make the pin to Eric Cage?
The tag, you mean. And tonight, we are seeing Daniel wrestle, but he's crawling his way to the corner. He needs to make this tag to the undeniable one.
Caden Talbane trying to do the same. And Talbane makes the tag, and so does Makabe. In comes Eric Cage, huge clothesline, and another one straight to Talbane's chest. And Eric Cage grabs both men, headbutt to both men.
Wow, Cage is just on fire here, folks.
Check out the instant replays by Makabe and Cage, starting with that big spinny back elbow, followed by that huge back body drop to Talbane. And finally, this huge drop kick from one corner to the other.
Right in the ribs.
Coast to coast by Daniel Makabe. Hold on a second. Cage went for the rage on Cage, but cat scratched by Henson. And now it looks like Henson's going to go for his burning bright. Can he get him? No, he strikes to the back, sending Eric Cage down to the mat. And I think he broke a claw there, Peter.
Wow, double advantage for Scott Henson here.
Hold on a second. Oh, missile drop kick to the back of Henson. And Daniel Makabe is capitalizing. Henson. Oh, big German suplex.
Beautiful bridge.
Almost a 3. Daniel Makabe almost had the victory there. And Makabe, what a flurry of offense. And he's not done yet. He tries to go for another German suplex, but Caden Talbane answers, and he picks him up. Hold on a second. Another reversal by Makabe. Oh, big arm drag takedown by Talbane. Kick to the chest. A boot to the back. Huge elbow setting.
Senior referee Hardom sure has got his job cut out for him tonight with all this action.
I can't even commentate it. It's just happening so fast.
Well, that's just a regular weekly basis. That's why I'm here.
Daniel Makabe tries to go for the pin, and he gets it with tag to Eric Cage, I should say, and he does get it. And Scott Henson all alone in the ring with the undeniable one.
Which is exactly right where he wants him.
Why you gotta face him now?
Both men squaring each other down.
The crowd here is just going crazy at the VBW Arena.
Nose to nose, Henson, Cage. Who's gonna strike first? And it's Scott Henson. Scott Henson with the knee to the gut. He's trying to set him up for the burning bright, but Cage is trying to counter. Backs him in the corner. Did you see that though? Talbane with the tag. Off the ropes. Cage moves out of the way. Huge kick by Talbane. And hold on, Eric Cage. Rage on Cage.
Oh, I felt that up here.
1, 2, 3.
There it is.
Eric Cage with the rage on Cage to Cage. Talbane picks up the victory for him and Daniel Makabe. What a match, Peter. Look at the replay, that missile drop kick right to the back of the head by Scott Henson, and that German suplex
With
so
a
beautifully
beautiful
done.
rage.
Absolutely.
Here it is. Wow. The rage on Cage that finished the match off.
And these two men successful. The first time they've ever teamed up. What a match here tonight on Wednesday Warfare. And Eric Cage looks over Scott Henson and Caden Talbane. Where do these two men go from here? Scott Henson, Eric Cage. It's an interesting story with these two men, these two beasts of the VBW, you could say.
This is Referee Douglas here, and I'm telling you, if you haven't checked it out yet, you gotta go to VBWOnline.com. They got forums where you can...
That's my blood!
Can somebody please get Eddie Allen the number to Alcoholics Anonymous? But we're back here ringside at the VBW Arena, ready for our next big bout of the night, making his way to the ring.
Mean Streak,
Mike Dempsey, accompanied by his ace up the sleeve, the caddy.
I heard he wants caddy for Tiger Woods, Peter. I don't know if that's true or not.
I think it's questionable.
And he gave it up to come work with Mike Dempsey. Can you believe it?
Well, I mean, Mike Dempsey, the quality and caliber of this gentleman, who wouldn't give up a job with Tiger Woods to hang around with a guy like this? Come on.
Dempsey's in a surprisingly good mood tonight, considering he's fresh off his loss to Christopher Blaze last episode of Wednesday Warfare, when he had a shot at that Canadian title. I mean, as good as mood as he's gonna be in, I guess.
I guess so. His rematch, though, was denied by Sasha St. Clair. So tonight he's taking on this man, our #1 contender for the World Championship here in the VBW.
New entrance music as well, Peter. Here he is, the Dream, Jimmy D.
And the crowd here in the VBW Arena is going wild.
He thinks this new attitude of his is going to bring him success? Well, I'm going to show him tonight just what being a nice guy is all about.
Will this be the guy to take the World Championship from the World Champion at Yardstock? It was announced by T-Bone that the Dream Jimmy Dean would have his world title opportunity at Yardstock. That's going to be one crazy show. But tonight, Jimmy Dean has bigger fish to fry, I should say, as he takes on Mean Streak Mike Dempsey. Let's take you back to what happened actually earlier today, Peter. It was a pretty crazy scene outside the VBW arena.
Hey, Mike.
Andrew.
You know what? Hey, don't worry about the caddy. You know why?
Why?
Because you and me, we got a match later tonight, my friend.
Really?
And you better bring your A game, because I'd hate to leave a bad taste in your mouth.
Really? How's that for a bad taste, huh?
Bad taste. I'm only guessing that he's referencing the beer that Mike Dempsey drank.
A bitter beer face last week, that's for sure. And Jimmy Dean knocking Mike Dempsey to the ground to start this match off.
Bell is rung. Referee Douglas trying to organize these two men. Mike Dempsey's had enough already. He's ready to square off. Jimmy Dean and Mike Dempsey lock up here on Wednesday Warfare.
Oh, big knee to the gut there.
What a crazy episode it's been so far.
Absolutely. The action has been fast-paced and hard-hitting, just like it always is here in the VBW, where backyard wrestling is done right.
Mike Dempsey backs Jimmy Dean in the corner, and he's choking him out. Referee Douglas is trying to stop it. Manages to do so.
That didn't look like a choke to me.
That Mike Dempsey, he is one mean guy, but Jimmy Dean fights back.
He's just unloading on Dempsey here.
It kicks to the chest of Mike Dempsey by Jimmy Dean, and Dean just unloading.
Oh wait, we've seen this all before, the double digits.
Oh, and he gets back Mike Dempsey for what he did earlier today.
Wow, that's a receipt and a half, Ranahan.
And Jimmy Dean capitalizing as he picks up Mike Dempsey with a huge suplex.
He's got to go for the pin here.
And the number one contender is on fire and loving life at this point. Oh, hold on a second. The caddy, he grabbed on to Jimmy Dean there.
What is that?
Distracting Jimmy Dean. You got to turn around Mike Dempsey from behind.
Hey, his shoelace was untied. He was just trying to be a nice guy and tying it back up for him, that's all.
Jimmy Dean Irish whips Dempsey off the ropes, and a huge spinning heel kick by Dempsey.
Right.
What a counter.
Right on the jaw.
2 count by referee Douglas. Jimmy Dean, don't count him out yet.
What do you think of Mean Streak now, huh?
You know, I say it every single time. Mike Dempsey, he's got the skills, the tools, and the talent to make it to the top here in the VBW. Sure, he might have had a little setback against Christopher Blaze, but you can be sure something like that's not going to hold Mike Dempsey down.
Mike Dempsey, I don't think he's done with Christopher Blaze. He's been demanding his rematch to Sasha St. Clair. He sent the caddy in first. He went in afterwards. It doesn't sound like Sasha St. Clair is going to bite on what Mike Dempsey wants.
Drops Jimmy Dean on his head there.
I think Mike Dempsey's going to have to get through Jimmy Dean first before he has to worry about Christopher Blaze.
Just a 2 count. And Jimmy Dean signaling that he's not done. He's still got life in him yet, Ranahan.
You're lucky. You're lucky.
Mike Dempsey with his caddy on the outside. I wish I had a caddy.
Who doesn't want a caddy?
Especially one that caddy for Tiger Woods.
Get your coffees like you want them.
I still can't confirm that report that he did caddy for Tiger Woods.
You know, the question that's running through my mind here tonight, Ranahan, as I watch this match, is who is going to face Jimmy Dean in the main event of Yardstock now? Is it going to be our champion, James Blade, or is it going to be Christopher Blaze?
It's a crazy thought, and I have to admit, I'm wondering that myself. I mean, we've all seen the Yardstock logo, but that could be incorrect at this point, Peter. It could not be Jimmy Dean versus James Blade. It could very well be changed to Jimmy Dean versus Christopher Blaze.
Huge implications tonight here in our main event. What's this? Jimmy Dean's going to the top rope.
Oh! Big elbow to the top of the head of Mike Dempsey by Jimmy Dean.
You can bet that rung Mike Dempsey's bell.
And the crowd's loving it. And so are we. Jimmy Dean, what a high-flying maneuver by the big man. Something you don't always see. And here he is, Jimmy Dean capitalizing on the offense as he brings Mike Dempsey to the outside of the ring.
Looks like he's taking him to the shed.
Hold on a second. I rake Mike Dempsey. Jimmy Dean goes for a clothesline. What's this? Oh! Oh! Back suplex by Mike Dempsey. Jimmy Dean on the ring apron.
That's 6 months of chiropractic work right there, Ranahan. For sure.
Mike Dempsey, what a tasteless maneuver. As he rolls Jimmy Dean back into the ring. The dream, he might be dreaming at this point. Two count.
Would you say that maneuver was in bad taste, Ranahan?
Very well played. Dempsey would know all about that. Mike Dempsey, he's scrambling for ideas on how to keep Jimmy Dean down for the 3 count at this point.
That's the thing about Jimmy Dean. He's a rough and tough competitor. It's going to take a lot of punishment to keep this man down.
Headlock by Mike Dempsey, wants to slow things down, wants to choke the air right out of Jimmy Dean.
Look at that, you can see Jimmy Dean's face turning a hue of purple there, Ranahan.
Both men, both former Canadian champions, and they're proving it here tonight. What an incredible matchup this has been so far.
Look at Dempsey just apply the pressure there. They're trying to choke out Jimmy Dean, but he's fighting it back. The crowd's behind him.
Jimmy Dean up to both feet. Big elbow to the stomach of Dempsey, and another. Oh, hair pull by Dempsey. 1, 2. Jimmy Dean just can't seem to get that momentum to bring him back to the forefront and get on the offense.
I didn't see anything there.
I can see it right there, Peter.
Don't pull his hair again.
Referee Douglas laying the law down. Jimmy Dean in a world of hurt.
I gotta admit, this referee Douglas guy, he's been doing quite the bang-up job since joining the VBW. And here's Jimmy Dean now, unloading with some offense. Huge punches to Mike Dempsey.
Goes for a clothesline, but misses. Hold on a second.
Oh my God! It's the Dempsey Deathlock. The Dempsey Deathlock.
Dempsey Deathlock to Jimmy Dean. This could be it. He's choking the air right out of him, Peter.
Jimmy Dean, though, he's fighting back, but he's fading. It looks like he's fading. This could be a huge victory for Mike Dempsey here tonight on Wednesday Warfare.
Jimmy Dean, he's got to fight back. Hold on, referee Douglas is going to check to see if Jimmy Dean is still alive.
There's 2. This could be it right here, Ranahan. No, he's still in it.
Jimmy Dean, signs of life. Come on, Jimmy, fight back. 1, 2 punches or elbows. Yes, he does. He breaks out, and a big clothesline by Dempsey.
Knocks him to the ground.
And another big knee. Jimmy Dean sends Dempsey down to the mat.
That knee was so huge, it took Jimmy Dean off his feet, too.
Jimmy Dean's got the momentum on his side. Can he capitalize? Tried to Irish whip him into the corner. Dempsey reversed it, but Jimmy Dean reversed it with a big boot to the face.
Wait, we've all seen this. We know what this is. The big blockbuster, snapping Dempsey back. This could be it right here.
What a maneuver by Jimmy Dean.
He's got it right here, Ranahan. 1, 2.
Oh! Almost the 3, so close, so close.
What an incredible match here tonight, Ranahan.
Check out these replays here. Mike Dempsey with that unbelievable spinning heel kick right to the kisser of Jimmy Dean. And then he followed that up with that big back suplex.
Right on the back of his head.
And then the big blockbuster. Jimmy Dean countered.
That's got to be whiplash for Mike Dempsey right there, I'm telling you. Wait.
Hold on a second. One-way ticket to Dreamland. No, Dempsey moved out of the way. Jimmy Dean's up to his feet, going for the Dempsey.
The breaking point. The breaking point.
And hold on a second. Dempsey has him up. Double underhook backbreaker. And that slows Jimmy Dean right down. 1, 2. Oh! I thought that was 3, Peter.
Wow, so close. That was 2 7/8, Ranahan.
And the caddy, hold on a second. He just slid something into the ring. A foreign object, a golf club. Douglas is trying to stop it from happening.
He just wants to invite him to 9 holes after the match.
Dempsey wants to use a golf club, but Jimmy Dean is there ready for him.
Oh!
Big Samoan drop by the Dream.
Drops him right on his sternum right there. He's got to go for the cover. This has got to be it.
1, 2. Oh! I thought that was 3.
I thought that was 3 too. Gee,
unbelievable.
Talk about kicking out at the last second, Ranahan.
Oh, big eye rake by Dempsey. That's one way to turn this match around. Dempsey Irish whips. Hold on. No. Jimmy Dean reverses. And Jimmy Dean, big roll-up pin. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
He got him, Ranahan.
Jimmy Dean beats Mike Dempsey. What a victory for the #1 contender. Check out this replay. Huge elbow to the top of Dempsey's head. But Dempsey with an unbelievable back suplex on the ring apron.
That had to hurt.
But then Jimmy Dean counter with another Samoan drop, something he loves to do. What a win by the Dream Jimmy Dean. Mike Dempsey can't believe it, neither can the caddy.
James Glade, I hope you're watching, buddy. That's a little bit of taste of what's to come. There you go, our number one contender, strong as ever, heading into Yardstock.
The question remains, though, who's he gonna face for that VBW World Heavyweight Championship?
We're gonna find out later on tonight in our huge main event.
Jimmy Dean screwed you over. He screwed you over big time. I think we need to get you to see a doctor.
I've been in the VBW for a long time now, and my goal here is to entertain the fans.
Look at this! Top rope bulldog by Mini G.
My style of wrestling, in your face, high flying. High risk, high reward.
What's this? Oh, unbelievable maneuver by Mini G. 1, 2.
Every time I go down to that ring, I put it all on the line.
Oh! Could that be the big move?
Oh, that's the bigger move.
Unbelievable!
Yeah, I've been gone for the last few episodes. Truth is, I got hurt in my match against James Blade. You know, it sucks, but it comes with the territory.
Oh, James Blade! Caught him, turns him around!
It's the Gloat, the greatest lock of all time.
It's been a long 6 weeks rehabbing my knee, but I promise you, when I get back to the VBW, you're gonna see a stronger, faster Mini G than ever before.
Oh! Mini G with a huge sometime trouble here, Peter. Oh my!
You've all seen the big move? I'm working on something even better.
There, Mini G connecting with the big move.
2, 3.
Mini G picking up his first victory here in the VBW.
Okay. What the hell?
What's going on with you, man?
You think you're tough?
No, don't do that.
What you
Listen,
gonna do about it? What are you gonna do
Listen.
about it? What do you think you're gonna do about
You
it?
clean yourself up, ice cold Eddie Allen, and I'll see you at Sunday Sacrifice.
Well, earlier tonight, we saw our champion, confident as ever, make his way to the ring, and he had quite the message for all our fans.
The fact of the matter is this, I'm going to be at the top now, I'm going to be at the top tomorrow, and I'm going to be at the top 10 years from now.
But our Canadian champion, he was having none of it.
Listen to me, James Blade. We were friends, but that was a long, long time ago when you were the mentor and I was the student. But the student has come a long way. I am faster than you, I am stronger than you, and I am bigger than you. Tonight, James Blade, you look in my eyes. Tonight, you are the next project for victory.
Can Christopher Blaze become the first ever world and Canadian champion? Let's find out.
Well, it's main event time here on Wednesday Warfare, and we're back ringside at the VBW Arena for what's gotta be our biggest main event yet. Would you agree, Ranahan?
You're not kidding, Peter. History could be made tonight. There he is, the architect Christopher Blaze, the Canadian champion. Could he walk away with both titles tonight? We've never seen that before in the VBW. Boy, that would be something special.
Well, I gotta be honest with you, Ranahan. My money tonight's on the GOAT. But this man here, he's definitely no slouch. Fresh into his second reign as the Canadian champion.
And he proved it last Wednesday Warfare when he was in the finals of the Canadian Championship tournament and took on a man that we saw earlier tonight, Mike Dempsey, and boy did he deliver.
Absolutely. But like I said before, and I'm gonna say it again, here's the man that I think's gonna walk away tonight. Our champion, the GOAT, James Blade. Now listen to this crowd, man. They should be showing the proper respect to somebody like James Blade. This is just disgusting.
It doesn't phase the confidence of the champion. James Blade with his little shimmy as he comes to the ring. I heard it drives the women crazy. Or sick. I can't figure it out. There he is, the world champion, the GOAT, James Blade. This is going to be quite a matchup. Quite possibly the biggest opponent for James Blade in Christopher Blaze.
So do you, and you, and you, and you, and you.
These two men had quite the intense stare down to start Wednesday Warfare, and now they're going to finish things off, and we're going to find out who is the new VBW World Champion. Will it be James Blade walking away with that title that he entered with on his shoulder? Or is it going to be Christopher Blaze walking away with both the Canadian title and the Canadian title? Boy, I can't wait to find out.
I mean, the Canadian and the world title, Ranahan. Do I got to correct you every single time we sit down together here?
It's been a long, long night.
My God, you must be just so excited about this huge main event, just like I am.
Yeah, that's what I'm going
And here
with.
we go. It starts off.
The bell's rung. 2 count, quick pin, roll-up pin by Blaze. It was almost over in less than 3, and I didn't even know that was possible.
Could you imagine how embarrassing that would be for the champ?
GOAT James Blade on the outside, rethinking his strategy. Like I had mentioned, this has got to be the biggest task, or the biggest challenge, I should say, for James Blade since coming back to the VBW.
Now, I know 2 men in the back who are definitely watching this match intently, and that being the Dream Jimmy Dean and Mean Streak Mike Dempsey.
Christopher Blaze with the big roll-up. Hold on, 1, 2. And almost another 3 by Christopher Blaze. The apprentice is showing the mentor how it's done.
I think James Blade wasn't expecting that kind of speed and offense from Christopher Blaze with those quick rolls.
Both men lock up, and Christopher Blaze with the upper hand as he lifts James Blade up and slams him down on the mat. James Blade just doesn't know what to do with Blaze at this point, but he might have figured it out there with a snapmare takeover and a big atomic drop by Blade. Off the ropes, went for the clothesline, but no. Big roll-up pin here by Blaze. Almost a 3 again.
Good job, GOAT, good job.
Christopher Blaze showing that Canadian champion, or the Canadian Championship is something worth thinking about.
Look at that right there, Ranahan. Christopher Blaze may be fast, he may have skills, but you cannot count out a man like our champion, the GOAT.
James Blade with Christopher Blaze in the corner, working on that leg of Blaze.
Going back to the champ, I'm telling you, Ranahan, this is a man that will do whatever it takes to get the job done.
You're not kidding about that. We've seen that time and time again. Oh, he slams Blaze down to the mat. He hit him. He hit the canvas hard there.
There you go. That's exactly what I'm talking about right there. And the crowd here in the VBW arena just giving it to the champ.
James Blade working on that right leg of Christopher Blaze. Same leg he worked on in the corner. Isolating the leg. Smart move by the champion.
Absolutely. He's softening up that leg so he can possibly slap him on the gloat later on.
The greatest leg lock of all time. What he beat Mini G with, and he can very well beat Blaze with as well tonight. Hard Knob, senior referee Hard Knob, he breaks these 2 men up, and Blade is wasting no time.
I guarantee you, Ranahan, if the GOAT can slap on the gloat to Christopher Blaze here tonight, that's going to be it. It's all over.
You might be right. James Blade working on the back of Christopher Blaze, but Christopher Blaze fights back. It's hard to get these 2 names right, Peter. Big kitchen sink there by James Blade. Christopher Blaze down on the mat.
There you go. There's our champion getting the job done.
He likes it.
The world champion versus the Canadian champion. Never seen before in the VBW. And I gotta admit, I would love to see Blaze walk away with both championships.
Here we go. We've all seen this before. James Blade going up to the second ropes, giving it to the fans. Oh, right on the chin.
And the pin, 1, 2. Christopher Blaze kicks out.
Super exciting match here tonight in the main event of Warfare. This is the kind of action you can expect to see every time you tune into a VBW show.
Big Northern Lights suplex. He has to have the shoulders on the mat.
Shoulder was up.
There you go. There's senior referee Mike Hardknob doing a bang-up job as always.
I'm in it, Rick. Oh!
And our champion going back to the stomps here on Christopher Blaze, just softening him up.
Come on, Chris.
Oh, big Russian leg sweep by James Blade. James Blade has got to be thinking about the dream Jimmy Dean if he can get through tonight. That would be the main event of Yardstock, something everyone wants to see, including and especially Jimmy Dean.
Absolutely. These men, Jimmy Dean, James Blade, there's no love lost between these two, Ranahan.
Hold on a second, Christopher Blaze up first. Oh, big snapmare takeover from the second rope. James Blade all the way from the top rope down to the canvas, but James Blade is up right away. Blaze off the ropes, off the other rope. Oh, big strike to the face of James Blade, and Christopher Blaze is on fire.
It's going to take more than that to beat the champ, though, Ranahan.
Oh, big slam. James Blade on his back, and he's in a world of pain right now, Peter.
Roll out, champ, roll out.
Hold on a second here. Mike Dempsey at ringside. What's he doing here?
I told you get out of here. You get out
He's
of
not finished with Christopher Blaze like he said.
Watch out, Mike. Oh,
Jimmy Dean from behind. He's come out. And Jimmy Dean and Mike Dempsey fight near the entranceway.
Looks like these two have some unfinished business from earlier tonight.
Look at these two men go back and forth. Meanwhile, there's a match still going on in the middle of the ring. Jimmy Dean just giving it to the mean streak. Mike Dempsey, he doesn't want this match to have any interference.
And there it is. It's all over, Ranahan. He slapped on the glow. It's all over.
The greatest leg lock of all time. The champion has got the Canadian champion in a world of trouble here.
Christopher Blaze is going to have no choice but to tap out here, Ranahan.
He's got to reach that rope. Can he make it? Can he make it? Almost, no.
There you go. That's why James Blade is the champ right there. He's just locking on that leg lock.
And Christopher Blaze, he has got to fight his way through this. He cannot lose this opportunity at the World Championship. And he does. He makes it to the ropes, and James Blade has no choice but to release the hold.
I got to admit, that was some pure determination on the face of Christopher Blaze right there.
What a match this has been so far. Our main event tonight on Warfare. And hold on a second.
There it is.
James Blade setting up for that patented switchblade.
Here's the maneuver.
Wait,
that won him the title against Jimmy Dean.
Oh, hold on. No, Blaze caught it. Oh,
Blaze of glory.
Unbelievable.
We got a new champion. We got a new champion. It's going to be Jimmy Dean versus Christopher Blaze. All he's got to do is roll over and cover him, Ranahan.
What a counter by Blaze. And the pin. Here we go. 1, 2. Oh, big kick out at 2 by James Blade.
Christopher Blaze almost went to the main event of Yardstock right there.
And almost made history.
1.
Both men slow to get to their feet. Mike Hardknob has no choice but to start the 10 count. Who's going to get up first, Peter?
Now you can hear the crowd here in the VBW arena getting behind the Canadian champion, willing him to get up to his feet.
Here he goes. Christopher Blaze, you got to make it up. 9. Hold on, James Blade's up. Oh, switchblade to the face of Christopher Blaze.
That's got to be it. That's got to be it. All he's got to do is go for the cover right here.
Here we go. 1.
Still the champ.
2.
Oh my gosh. I thought that was it.
No one kicks out of the switchblade.
Can you believe that?
Not even James Blade can believe it. Check out these replays from earlier. The big roll-up pin by Christopher Blaze.
Backslide, Ranahan.
Almost had it. I almost thought it was over there. And the big second rope elbow to the face. But Christopher Blaze impressive with this big snapmare takedown. Wow, right on his back. That compares to nothing here late in the match as both men up to their feet and they're trading blows back and forth, back and forth.
Unbelievable action here tonight. Wait, what's this?
Oh, German suplex by Blaze.
Right on the back of his head. Wait, what's this? Is he going to do another one? No.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, Christopher Blaze with 2 German suplexes.
No, you can't be telling me he's going to do another one. Oh.
James Blade counters.
There you go.
Switchblade again to the face of Blaze.
That's got to be it.
That
That's got
has to be it. 1, 2, 3.
No.
James Blade has defeated the Canadian champion, the architect Christopher Blaze. What a crazy, insane match. I can't believe it.
I told you the GOAT was going to come out on top, Ranahan. I told you so.
Wow. Wow. Just wow.
I told you all!
James Blade proving why he is the best. Here are some here's some replays from earlier.
Big blaze of glory, and I thought that was it right there. New champion. And Christopher Blaze switching it up here, throwing some huge German suplexes, but this was the finish of the match right here.
Oh,
big boot to the chin. Switchblade does it.
Knocked him right unconscious, it looked like there, Peter.
And it's going to be Jimmy Dean taking on James Blade for his VBW World Championship in the main event of Yardstock.
Then, now, forever, James Blade says, and I have to admit, I'm starting to believe that. If Christopher Blaze can't get the job done, who can? What an insane match. And if there was anyone that I thought was going to beat James Blade and make history tonight, I thought it was Christopher Blaze.
Well, I told you coming into this match, Ranahan, that this man would be walking out the VBW Championship. And was I right? Was I right? Absolutely, I was right.
Hold on a second, Peter. What's this? Hold on.
What do you want, buddy? What do you want?
Just came out to congratulate you, James.
Yeah, good.
Keep it around.
Give me the same result at Yardstock. Give me the same result at Yardstock.
A few more weeks, buddy, and then it's all coming to an
Keep
end.
dreaming, buddy.
Jimmy Dean right in the face of James Blade. No time to rest for the champion.
Absolutely, and like I said before, no love lost between these two men. Here's your main event for Yardstock. The Dream Jimmy Dean taking on the GOAT James Blade for his coveted VBW World Championship, and there it is. That's what it's all about right there. What an exciting episode of Warfare.
This is going to be one hell of a main event at Yardstock. Folks, that's all the time that we have tonight for Wednesday Warfare. What a crazy Wednesday Warfare it was.
We'll see you next time on Sunday Sacrifice.